Welcome to Roger's That Podcast. Your hosts for today's podcast are Joselle, Bradley, and Jackson. And today we have a great opportunity to interview Shaun Ratchford, who is the Parks and Rec Director. Welcome, Shaun Ratchford. Thank you for taking your time to talk with us today. Our goal is to help our viewers learn more about potential jobs and careers in our community. We appreciate you joining us.
And I'm Lily.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where are you from?
Born and raised in Danbury. My father went to Danbury High School. My kids went to Danbury High School. I taught at Danbury High School for almost 30 years, and I've been the baseball coach for over 40 years there. So I went to Haystown, Pembroke, Broadview, and then Danbury High School.
What did you teach at Danbury High School?
I taught special ed, but I also taught first period phys ed, and I also taught Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. So I taught a lot of things. Good question.
Can you describe your job as a Parks and Rec Director?
The job is a very unique job because we deal with you as young people and things that you want to do to keep you active, not just for what you do in school, but what you do in the community, but also provide experiences for your mom and dad, for your aunt and uncle, for your grandparents, things for you to do in the community that allow you to relax, allow you to get your stress out, or just have fun, like a lake, like a park, maybe tennis, maybe soccer. You told me you played soccer, things of that sort.
What was your inspiration for changing your career to Parks and Rec Director?
I think the inspiration was people like you, young people. When I grew up in Danbury, it was amazing how people knew each other and how people got along. And we got along because we played soccer with Lily. We played soccer with Jay Money. I played baseball with Jackson, things of that sort. So people got to know each other. And when you know each other, then people get along. So sports were a big, big part of my life, and this was another opportunity to do something to help the community.
What is your work schedule like?
The thing I love about my schedule is every day is different. So when I taught, just as your dad, as a teacher, we had a strict schedule. First period I did gym, second period I went to the hospital with students, third period I taught vocational, fourth period I taught math. My job here can change. I can be at a school talking to students. I may be on a Zoom. We did a Zoom earlier talking about solar power and putting solar panels on a school. We had a young person come in today that deals with sustainability and with plantings, making Danbury a little more friendly as far as what our plants are, more native plants and less plants that are invasive. So what I love about the job is all over the place. I could be in different places. I can be talking to different people. That's what I like.
What is the biggest challenge of your job?
The challenge is having enough places for people to do things. Do we have enough baseball fields? Do we have enough soccer? We have soccer fields, but do we have futsal? How many futsal fields do we have in Danbury?
You only have like school gym?
Zero.
So you use gyms, you use fields sideways. So my goal is to get some futsal courts for people that are older. We don't have enough pickleball courts. So the War Memorial opened indoor pickleball courts. We don't have a place for indoor anything. So, we want to find a facility where somebody can go for Zumba. Somebody can go and learn how to paint, things like that. So our challenge is to find more places for people to do things.
I'm doing futsal right now, and we're doing it in the Shelter Rock gym.
Yeah, Coach Simone and myself went up to Mill Ridge, and we watched their futsal championship. And it was exciting to see how many people were playing, how many people were there. The parents were there. It was exciting. The 7th grade beat the 8th grade, so the 7th grade was all excited that they beat the older kids. So it was a cool experience for us.
What is the most rewarding part of your job?
Rewarding part is, again, working with people. working with good people. I have a great staff. Dave Simone, who's here with us. I have Virginia and Louise in my office, and getting to meet a lot of people. The more people you meet, the more you learn of what people like. You may like soccer. There are people that like to walk in the woods on trails. There are people that like to take their dogs to parks. There are people that like to go to the lake and swim. There are people that like to go to the lake and just sit and look at things. So every day is something new. Every day is something that can provide us with inspiration.
Do you kind of work at Kenosha?
We are at Kenosha a lot. I know that's where a lot of the soccer takes place. One of the goals that we have right now is to get a sign for you. There's no sign that says that it's Kenosha Park. So we hope to, with some monies that we got, put a nice sign up there that says Kenosha. And it's not just for soccer. We have a beautiful spray park there. We have the lake where you can walk and you can go around there. We have some gym type equipment. We have a nice place that people go and eat, that they sit under that shade. When they pull that big shade thing across there, that's where you get to go and get out of the sun. So there's a lot of nice things that we have at Kenosha.
That's where I'm all weekend in the summer for soccer.
I'm sure you're going to be there with your dad as a coach. Your dad was an excellent player at Danbury High and went on to college to be a very good player. So
he's my sister's coach.
That's nice. He's lucky.
How many parks do we have in the community?
It's a great question. We have over 20 parks, and we have real little parks. We have a park down by Immaculate that's called Blind Brook. That's about as big as this room. And then we have Terrawile, which is the second largest park other than the park in New York City, which is called, come on, what's the park in New York called? I'm a teacher still.
Central Park.
My man. Yes, Central Park in New York City. So we have parks with water. We have parks like Kenosha that have fields. We have parks that you can go to. Coach likes to go up to Farrington. Farrington is a park where you can run, where you can ride a bike, or you can hike into the woods, and some people ride bikes there, and some people ride ATVs and other things that they're not supposed to. So we have a lot of parks.
We have a park on the other side of the field, outside.
You do, and we just bought, so you have Old Quarry, which is right outside here, which has a nature center, which we hope in the future might reopen. And then the city just bought Happy Trails Farm. So we just bought the horse farm that you guys see right outside across from the pond. And what we're going to do with it, we don't know yet, whether it'll stay open as a horse farm. We take it over in 2 years. So right now, the people that own Happy Trails, the family still owns it, but we as a city are going to take it over in 2 years. So we hope to have parks for everybody. That's our goal, is to make sure if you go to a park, there's something that you can do. There's something there, whether you're a skater, whether you're a fisherman, whether you like to kayak, whether you like to just walk your dog, whatever it is, we hope to have something for you.
How do parks help make our community a better place?
I think they allow you to escape. So a park allows you guys to show off your athletic skills, soccer, baseball. So a park gives you the chance to have some fun, sweat, get out and learn how to be part of a team. Other parks allow you to go and escape. I had a stressful day. Mr. Bedish gave me a test, my social studies test, and I didn't have a very good test. So I want to go home and I want to go someplace and relax and escape from mom and dad being sad that I didn't do well. So there's places that people go to escape. So parks are really, really important because they also bring people together. I may meet someone that I didn't know. I may find out, wow, I like dogs. I went to the dog park because we have parks for dogs. We hope to build another dog park, a little more central in town. So there's a lot to do with parks. I'm sure what's your favorite park in Danbury?
I don't know, but I think I like this one by my house. It's like half of it's just like a park where you go like normal like slides and stuff, and the other half's like a ninja course.
Which park is that?
I don't remember what it's called.
Bear Mountain, I think.
Yeah, I think that's it.
What's your favorite, Jackson?
Probably the baseball field.
So Rogers Park, you like Rogers Park. Are you looking forward to go to the big field, or are you still nervous about going to the big field?
I still like the little field.
You like the little field, all right? And you know that the lights are gonna be put on Field 3 in the next couple of weeks. So that's one of the things we're doing to make it better. Favorite park?
I would say Park Avenue Park
Because?
because there's two, and one is for like, one is bigger, and then the other one's just smaller if you want to like just hang out there.
You like the smaller one with all the jungle gym stuff? You like the big one where you can go run around and play games?
The big one because it has the big field.
The big open field. Excellent. Thank you.
We should put lights on Kenosha.
Well, that is a goal of us to get more lit fields and to get more fields that are turf so that you can use them in bad weather. So that's a great wish. I hope your wish comes true.
How do you decide on what kinds of events you have at parks?
Great question. Some of the events we sponsor, okay, and some are pretty straightforward because people want to go to Park Avenue. They want to play what in that backfield?
Maybe just like random games, like maybe play soccer, bring a soccer ball.
Yeah, they like to go play soccer. And then you go to Beaver Street. We just built a brand new, beautiful basketball court there, so they know that they're going to go there. But then we have people that call us up and say, I had 3 calls in the last 2 weeks. We want to use the fields to play futsal. Well, we don't have a court, so we improvise and we say, well, we got Broadview. Caplanas Field is a turf. We got the fields at Rogers Park, Perry Field, or we have the fields up at Mill Ridge that we can rent out and people can use for sports. And they use them for everything. So we get calls. We got a call from what's called Pets in the Park. She rents the Candlewood Lake. And what she does, she has 25 vendors. They come and they bring dogs and cats. People can adopt them. People can buy a choker that says their pet's favorite name. You can buy a sweater for your animal. All things like that. So.
What's one big change you want to make at our parks in the next few years?
Number one is lighting. I'd like to get more fields lit because if they're lit, then we can absolutely have you there a little bit later because when it's summer, it's light till 8:30. Right now, it's dark at 5 o'clock. So you're not going to be able to go out and use the fields in the dark. The second thing is I'd like to get more turf fields. Turf fields means that the weather doesn't bother us as much. And the third thing is more fields in general. We need more soccer fields, we need more baseball fields, we need more basketball courts, we need more pickleball places. So we need more places to do things. So if we can find more spots, and the biggest challenge for Coach Simone and myself is finding an indoor place for you guys to play somewhere. Right now you have to go to the Dome. We don't control the Dome. You have to go to the PAL. PAL is not controlled by the city. You have to go to the Warm Room. The city doesn't control the PAL. So we don't have an indoor place for you guys to go, so I would love for us to have an indoor facility.
What's your favorite park or recreational spot in our town?
My favorite park or recreational spot? I'm going to give you 2. I love Candlewood Lake. I love it because growing up, it was one of the 2 favorite days in school. So when I went to school, we got a button, which allowed us to go to the fair, which was not a mall. It was a real fair with rides. You went and you got cotton candy, you got apples, you got to go see things. They had races there, they had elephants there, they had all kinds of stuff there. And our second favorite day was a day that we got our pass to go to the lake. So when I was your age, every student got a free pass to go to the lake. And you could go to the lake. I learned to swim at the lake. We did swim lessons. We had 2 floats then. One with a diving board, one that you could just swim on. You could get hot dogs and hamburgers, you could see your friends. It was a great place. So Candlewood Lake is one, and Terrawile is probably my second favorite. Terrawile is beautiful. There's so many things you can do there. You could go there 5 days in a row, and if you take a different trail, you don't even know that you're in the same place. I love Terrawile.
Last question. How do you decide what kinds of events you have at the parks?
That's a tough question. Some things that,
Oh, that's not the last question. Never mind.
that's fine. Some things that help me decide are having been a former teacher. So I want to have CODA, Celebration of Danbury Arts. I want to have that at Candlewood Lake.
Well, that'd be cool.
Correct. And that way all of the schools can come together. So you got all the elementary schools, you got all the middle schools and all the high schools celebrating in one place. We have the parking, we have bathrooms there, but it would bring everybody together. Last time we had it at Danbury High, great place, but it's crowded. And younger people, a little nervous going up to Danbury High, not comfortable. The lake is gonna make you comfortable, okay? It's gonna allow you to do that. The second thing is the mayor himself did a study of what people like and what people want. So using his study and knowing, because the mayor is anybody know what kind of fan the mayor is a big fan of? They just played the other night, Spice City.
Spice City FC.
What is that?
Soccer.
It's soccer.
Soccer. So the mayor loves soccer. So again, how do we decide? People have an interest. People have a want. That's what allowed us to put pickleball inside. More people want to play baseball. That allows us to know that, oh, we better get more lights so he can play more night games. Okay, so that's you guys drive, you being the community drive, what we do through our office.
How do you take care of the parks and keep them clean?
That's a real tough challenge for us. We have a Parks and Rec crew, and they do a great job. They work and they work and they work. The Park and Rec crew is under the Highway Department. So they get their orders every morning to go cut Rogers Park, to go pick up at Broadview because there was an event and there's a lot of garbage at the event. Oh, we gotta make sure that we get flowers in the beds, because when you get off of all the roads in Danbury, the highways, we like to have flower beds welcoming you, because we want it to look nice. So it's a challenge for them. In the summers, they work 6 days a week. In the winter, they still work. Everybody thinks, oh, it's cold. They don't work. They were at our office just yesterday and today, building a wall around the flowers and the plants there to make it look better. So they're the people that put the floats in the lake. They're the people that take the floats out the lake. I don't know if you saw the Christmas tree at the lake this year. We put a beautiful Christmas tree at the lake this year. And they're the ones that put it up and strung it to make it look good. They're the ones that put the new flag at the lake. They moved the sign outside the lake. So they've done an amazing job. They're great to work with.
What's one big change you want to make to our parks in the next few years?
Biggest change is I'd like every park to have a theme or a reason for you to go there. So Coach and I went to Highland Park. We want that. We think that's a perfect place to put another dog park or to put a futsal court. Then you would have a reason, hey, we're going to play futsal at Highland Park. We want you to go to different parks for different reasons. So if we can put things, we want Rowan Street, we want to put a skate park. There's a skate park where it's in now. Sometimes people, it's a little scary because the cars go real fast in front of that road and there's no really place for you to park. So if you're a skater, how are you going to get to the park? Somebody has to drop you off, somebody has to leave. What if you drive? Where am I parking my car to go to the skate park? So if we move the skate park to another park, a Rowan Street or something like that, there's parking. Now you have other things. So if your sister wants to go play on the play set and your brother wants to go throw fly balls to himself, you got a park that has three things. You get to skate, you get to go play in the swings, you get to go play your baseball. So we want all our parks to have more than one thing there for them, people to go to.
Are you planning to add new parks or playgrounds soon?
We're always looking. We went out the other day, we went up to the new high school. The new high school is going to be at the old Cardis facility. We looked for land there. We looked at, there's land between King Street School and Chambers Road. The city, just like I said, bought the old horse farm in Danbury, Happy Trails. The city is hoping to get Taylor Farm, which maybe we can put fields. So we're always looking. Right now, they're redoing the volleyball courts down at Rogers Park. So right outside of your school, when you leave on the bus, you may go and you may see the big yellow excavator there. They're refixing those courts so that those courts are nice. Field 1 is getting lights so that teams that play there are going to get it. Field 3 on Little League is getting new lights.
Mm-hmm.
So we're always looking for new fields. We're always looking for new places. Fields, Little League, and the Westerners got new batting cages, which are beautiful. So yes, we're always looking for new stuff.
What kinds of activities or programs do you offer for kids like us?
Most of the stuff for kids are through Deo and through Hat City, through Danbury Youth Soccer, and through Danbury Youth Baseball. So they're offered through organizations like that. You also have Hat City. Hat City is our basketball. So there is basketball is Hat City. You have Deo with cheerleading, with football, with running. You can do cross country or you can do track. You have Danbury Youth Baseball that does baseball. You have PAL, which does softball, basketball, wrestling. I'm probably missing something else. So there are a whole bunch of youth organizations that offer stuff. One of the things that was great about the job is that Dave Simone is very good with computers. So what he did was, if you go to our website, he put all of the user groups on one page. So if you're looking for soccer, you go down, oh, Danbury Youth Soccer. You click it, takes you to their website. Oh, Joe DeSantis is a coach. I know him. I go to school with his daughter. Or his wife was my teacher. And so people will be connected, and it's easier for you to find out where stuff is.
Can you help take care of the parks, or can kids help take care of the parks or volunteer for any projects?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Danbury High School, as a coach, we have a day of giving back. All right, the city sponsors it. And we cleaned up the Still River Greenway last year. We dug the trail, we pulled garbage out of the Still River. The girls softball team went up to Westcon and helped with people that took stuff from their houses. So if you have something that's old, or an old car, or something that old refrigerator, you take it up there, they help get rid of that. So there's always things for people to do. We always have people volunteering to help make the place better. The garden club, which is predominantly older people, they planted the garden down at the library. So we have a gorgeous new planting of the library. We have the Danbury Pollinator in Sustain, Connecticut. They're going to plant in front of the PAL. They're going to plant stuff for us at Hatters Park. They're going to change the Candlewood Lake. They're going to build a buffer so that things look better. That's really important to us.
How can we let you know if we have any ideas for new things to do at the parks?
You can call me. You can email me. You can text me. We don't have anything on our website yet, but we want that. My phone number for work is 203-885-8353. And you can put that anywhere you want. Okay, I have an email, s.ratchford@danbury-ct.gov. You can always text. Okay, you can always email. So we want to hear from you. I work for you. You guys are my boss. All right, you're my boss. So it's important that I hear from you, because that's my job, to make sure there's things for you to do, for you not to sit at home and watch TV. I want to watch TV. No, we want you to do stuff. There's a time to watch TV, but we want you to be active. We want you to be out there.
Mm.
We got to deal with the Yankees, maybe. We did. We had the Yankees come in. There may be a Danbury Day at Yankee Stadium.
Okay. Are there any cool ways kids can get involved in planning events or programs?
Yes. And actually, some of the schools have done that. So up at Mill Ridge, anybody know what that middle school is called?
West Side?
West Side. Or there's another school up there that's an academy. What's that?
No, Ivy
Ridge?
Tech?
No, it's a charter school. So they have done walks, organized walks for raise money for cancer. Okay, there are people that have done stuff at Hatters Park at the fields for to raise money for a young girl who's sick. People have rented our hall to raise money for people to help pay for surgery that needs to be done. And you guys, if you look at Pembroke School, the playground that's at Pembroke, anybody been at Pembroke at the playground?
No.
It's an amazing Pembroke, amazing. Who raised all the money? You guys, students raised all the money for that. You did it through the school. It was like a GoFundMe page. You did a whole bunch of things. So yes, you guys can absolutely do things to help us.
What was middle school like for you? What are your favorite middle school memories?
Loved middle school. Loved it. Middle school was different. It was called junior high when I went there. So when I went to Broadview, yes, I'm a bear, sorry. 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade was Broadview. Okay, 9th grade now, you're at the high school. And I went at an amazing time because we had teams, so they had sports there. I played basketball and baseball for Broadview. We played on TV because there was local cable TV. So we played at the War Memorial. There's 800 people watching us.
That's cool.
It was amazing. I made a lot of nice friends. But again, I knew people from playing sports when I was younger, from playing at Rogers Park. Yes, I played when it was Little League, before it was Cal Ripken.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't wait for the game to get over and get a snowball. It's basically frozen ice. The guy used to make it right there. So we had, a lot of fun. My favorite memories, probably teachers that had an impact. Teachers like Mr. Beddish that have an impact on you. My favorite, teachers back at Broadview were Mr. Shang, my gym teacher, Mr. Matranga, because Mr. Matranga played an album in school and asked us to write the words and tell us what it meant. That was crazy. He played the Beatles. We're like, what? I still remember the song that he made us play. And so that allowed us to understand that teachers want to help us. Teachers want to help us get better. So I love the question and I love the Broadview.
When you were in middle school, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be one of two things. Well, three. Like all young people, I wanted to play in the NBA or I wanted to play in the MLB. So that was a dream. If I couldn't do that, I wanted to be a teacher or a physical therapist. And so my parents being smart, my mother being a teacher, she taught 55 years, she allowed me to go to the high school where she taught, Danbury High School, and see all the plays, go to basketball games, go to a thing, they had a magazine called The Nutmaker. My mother helped publish the paper. So I helped them, I'd go to Danbury High, I would actually take pictures at football games or sporting events, even though I wasn't a student, and they put those pictures in the paper, the Danbury High School paper. It's now called the Hatters Herald. So, great experience.
What advice would you give to middle school students today?
To continue to learn, to find something that you like and keep going and keep getting to understand and not be afraid to fail. We're so afraid that my man Jay is going to make a judgment. He's going to think that I'm not a good soccer player, so I'm not going to play soccer. Jackson might think, oh, he throws terrible. He can't be a good baseball player. We're so afraid to make a mistake that we don't do stuff. So the advice is do it. Do it. Have fun. If it's fun, you're good at it, great. If you're not, if it's still fun, do it. Don't let people change what you want to do.
Part 4, fun questions. What is your favorite sport?
You're not going to believe the answer I give you. What do you think it's going to be?
Baseball or basketball?
Okay, excellent. Yeah, so I coached and am the coach of baseball at Danbury High. This will be my 41st year. I've been involved with Danbury for 43 years as far as coaching. My favorite sport, though, is basketball. I love baseball. It's an amazing sport, but it's frustrating because as a coach, I could have a better team, but you have a better pitcher, I lose. Basketball, I have more control as a coach. So I coached basketball at WestCon with my cousin. Bobby Campbell was the head coach. I coached about 20 years. But I've also coached football at Danbury High School. I coached Cal Ripken. I coached soccer, PAL soccer. When it was PAL soccer, now it's Danbury Youth Soccer. I coached, helped with the Dolphins. I helped with PAL softball. I helped with Day-O football because my 3 kids all went through stuff that you go through. So I have my oldest daughter, Sarah. She was a cheerleader, cheered in college, cheered in Danbury High School. She's the associate athletic director at Fairfield University. My son Ian, who's a twin, he's the assistant athletic director at Albertus Magnus, and he's also the baseball coach at Albertus Magnus. He played for Westerners. He was the assistant coach in the Westerners, and he was the head coach at the Westerners. And then Kayla, she's a smart one. She makes a lot of money. She works for the Hartford. She did sports up through Danbury High School. Then she said, went to James Madison. My 2 girls went to James Madison, and she works for the Hartford.
What job do you like more, Parks and Rec, teaching, or coaching?
It's a great question. It's a hard question. I think the answer is simple. I like all 3 because it allows me to teach, it allows me to learn, and it allows me to work with people. So the great thing about teaching and coaching is you get to see all your faults. Again, when you're young, we don't want anybody to see our faults. We don't want anybody to know that we're not good at something. When you get older, it's okay. You're comfortable enough to, if something turns out badly and I'm a coach, it's probably my fault. I can yell at Jackson, why didn't you? But it's probably something I didn't practice enough, didn't give him enough practice, or didn't teach him. So that's what I love about all 3. It exposes my weaknesses. It challenges me to grow as a person.
How many games have you won on the Danbury Hatters baseball team?
I am a weird coach who doesn't keep track of wins. I know it's 480 or something along that line, but I could not tell you exactly how many games I've won. I've lost it a lot. I've won a lot too. So.
What's your baseball team highest win streak?
So, in 2004, Danbury had a unique season because Immaculate High School won a state championship in baseball, and we won a state championship at Danbury High School in baseball. We were 24-2 and had many kids go on to play and get scholarships to play in college and play in college. And more importantly, they're all very successful as older men now. They've done very well. Had a player that went on, was the captain of Fordham. Then he went to Fordham Law School, so he's a lawyer. Had one that works at the hospital, another that works in Chicago. So these young people too that sell real estate, commercial real estate in Stanford, they went on and did well from their experiences. That's what I love.
Where is your favorite place to vacation?
Probably Nantucket. My family had a house in Nantucket for about 50 years. They bought it before Nantucket became very foo-foo. They built a house in the early 70s. And so as a young person like you, we went there every summer. And just a great place because I could ride a bike, I could go to the water, back in the old days, we used to hitchhike. Do you guys even know what hitchhiking is?
Hiking?
Hiking?
No,
Not
you
really.
stand on the side of the road, you put your thumb out to see if someone would pick you up and give you a ride to town, give you a ride to your house. And so one of the weird things is,
Mhm.
Mr. Rogers had a house on Nantucket. Do you guys know who Mr. Rogers is?
No.
No.
He had a TV show on, and he picked us up and gave us rides. So Nantucket was a fun experience for us.
What music do you enjoy listening to?
I listen to all kinds of music, all kinds. You guys, you could tell me some rap, I'd probably know it. You could tell me some country, I'd know it. The music I probably don't know is techno, and that's probably it, because being a teacher, your students bring you music. I have one of my students who just played at Toad's place. Just played on Sunday. He's a guitar player, and he was very shy in school. Ask him to talk in school, put his head down, and he wouldn't. Ask him to play his guitar, he has 13. And he could play almost any song you wanted, and I mean, he played extremely well. So his guitar allowed him to come out, because to play at Toad's place, famous people have played there. Famous bands have played there. So he has to come out of his shell and do more than play. You have to be able to sing a little bit too. So.
What's your favorite fast food or restaurant to eat at?
Well, favorite restaurant around town, I love John's Pizza. I love pizza. I like Pippa's. Pippa's is a place
Yeah.
that you go and see a lot of Danbury people. You see a lot of kids that you coach, kids that you taught. And the original owner, Choppy, was the best man at my wedding. Choppy Pippa, okay, who went on to play. Fast food, I'm gonna say maybe Chipotle. Like Chipotle. So, why? What's your favorite?
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, that's a good one. I like Chick-fil-A too.
Chick-fil-A or McDonald's.
McDonald's, what do you got?
Lots of fries.
Lots of fries. Do you ketchup, nothing, or you dip?
Little ketchup.
Little ketchup.
McDonald's.
Mickey D's. What are you getting at Mickey D's?
I mean, I get like a double cheeseburger most of the time.
Double cheeseburger. Panson?
Huh?
Nothing.
What's your favorite MLB team?
This is gonna be a weird one. What do you think it is?
The Mets.
No.
The Phillies.
No. The Mets have one of the colors of the team that I love. The orange is for the team that I love. Do you know where the Mets orange came from?
No.
The New York Giants. So the San Francisco Giants, for a long time, played in New York City. There were black and orange. So the orange for the Mets came from them. The blue in the Mets came from the Dodgers. So the blue and orange for the Mets is from the Dodgers and from the Giants. So I'm a San Francisco Giant fan because the first time I saw my father cry was when Willie Rays retired. And my father had done a lot of nice things in his life, and nothing fazed him. And Willie Mays retired, and I was like, oh my God. So I also like the Yankees because I worked for an eye doctor, and the eye doctor, we tested the Knicks, the Yankees, and the Rangers for about 20 years. So once they became people that you know, then you root for them. So the Yankees and the Giants, San Francisco.
What's your favorite MLB player?
My favorite player. That is a great question. I love Mike Trout. I think probably Derek Jeter. He's underrated. If you look at his numbers through his career, he has the same exact numbers as Pete Rose, who's the hits leader. Except Pete Rose played into his 40, Derek Jeter retired. If you look at them, they're almost exactly the same. And Jeter just went out and helped his team play better. He was a team player. He didn't complain. I love hitters that can go middle out. He's a great middle out hitter. So probably Jeter. And again, remember, I'm a San Francisco Giant fan, so I could have picked Will Clark. I could have picked Barry Bonds, but probably Derek Jeter. You?
Aaron Judge.
Judge is a great one. That's another great choice. Who's your favorite soccer player?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
I have his jersey on right now.
That's what you have on now.
I would say Messi.
Messi. Outstanding. Ooh, we're getting the eyes from Lil.
That concludes our discussion with Shaun Ratchford. We appreciate you spending your time with us today to tell us a little bit about yourself and your profession.
Thank you guys very much. What a great opportunity. Thank you, Lil. Tell Mom and Dad hello. Thank you, Alex and Jackson. Come on, look at, oh, you got the Danbury eye shaker already. You got to learn that. J Money, thank you. All right, good job. Try to airbrush me and make me look good, okay? Not old.
Thank you for tuning in into another great episode of Rogers Bat. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah.